Hello, I am making a tutorial about how I color my own hair. I've been doing this for a few months now just to save time and money because I have kids and I'm busy, and I realized I can do it for much cheaper than a salon and get the same results. So I will include a shot of all of the products I use. I get them all from Sally's. This takes me a little over an hour total, and as you can see, I have long hair. I do it all one color. I use the Wella T14 color. I've used the T18 before, but I find that my hair takes better to the T14. So I will walk you through the process. You're gonna need bleach. I have a bucket at this point that I get from Sally's. I mix it with 20 volume developer. Apply that, I'll show you how. Let it sit and then rinse it. And then you mix the toner with the 20 volume developer again, apply, let it sit, rinse it out. It is super simple to do, super cheap, super easy. So keep watching and I will show you exactly what to do. First step, put gloves on because you don't want any burns or chemical reaction from the bleach and the developer. Gloves on, let's mix the bleach. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is mix my bleach. So I have my bucket here. This is what I get from Sally's. I'm gonna put 2 scoops in my bowl. Again, I mix quite a bit at the beginning just to make sure I have enough. I don't measure the developer. I use the Wella Charm 20 volume. I don't measure it because a hairdresser friend of mine just gave me a tip to add enough to get it to the consistency of like thick frosting, right? Thick frosting, got that? So then we're gonna mix it. I'm gonna need a little bit more developer. Add a little splash. Mix it really well. There we go. We're getting more to the consistency we want. Still a little thick for my preferences. Boop. And mix that in. Okay, this is about the consistency I find processes well on my hair. It doesn't dry out too fast at all. I keep it wrapped, and it saturates it well. So this is about the consistency that we want. All right, now we section and apply. I use these alligator clips to clip my hair out. I need to use a few of them. So I'm gonna start in the back. I'm gonna pull it all up except for this back section. And I'm only gonna leave a thin layer down. I also have quite thick hair, so hopefully this is a very thorough walkthrough for anyone with any type of hair. Obviously you would need to probably be as thorough as me if you have thinner hair. But anyway, I clip it up like that, and then I divide the back into 2 parts just so I make sure I reach and I don't miss any. So left and right. Make sure you wear an old shirt. This is my 2008 Lewiston High School DECA shirt. Yes, I was a DECA nerd, not nerd. Okay, so anyway, I'm gonna start in the back with a strand at a time. Grab a piece. You should probably lay a towel over your shoulders also, and then I just paint it on like this. Paint it on the top, paint it on the bottom, and then I use my fingers to saturate it through like this. The lighting's not the best in my bathroom. Hopefully you get an idea. And again, I'm doing all my roots and I'm doing all this in color, so it doesn't matter if I get some up there. That's fine because I'm gonna color it anyway. So saturating this, I'm getting down to make sure it will blend well into the part that's already colored. And then I move on to the next piece. I feel good about this back section, so I'm gonna let my hair down and grab the next section. painting all the way to the root. Probably doing a ton of things that actual hairdressers are like, oh my gosh, don't do that. But you know what? It works for me. My hair doesn't fall out. My hair stays healthy. And my hair gets the color I want it to have. So I'm happy. I also make sure to pull it back as if I were, you know, wearing it back. And make sure I paint it that way thoroughly. And I might divide it a little more, but finger rubbing it, getting it all saturated. I'm gonna add a little bit more so it's very much caked up there. Okay. I go underneath as well. I'll hold it up and paint up that way. Again, I like to paint in the front very thoroughly because I do wear my hair back and up a lot because hashtag mom life, right? And up. Now for the top, I part it where I normally part it so I can really paint right where I part it. And then I'm going to pull it back and paint just the border so that that's definitely on there very thorough and doesn't get missed. Okay, now I'm going to start from the top and work my way down for this last section. Could have possibly pulled off sectioning it off one more time, but I don't want to spend too much time on the bleaching section because it stops working once it's dry and it's getting to be on there quite a while. So I want to get this wrapped up quickly, like literally like wrap my head so that it continues to process and lighten to the shade I need it to lighten to. So when I part it like that, I paint the bottom and then I go up on the back of the top as well, just to be very thorough. And then I'm gonna saturate it again. Then I'm gonna flip that part over and then do a next little section. All right, next side. I'm gonna mix some more bleach here in just a minute. I'm running a little bit low. So I got a bucket. When I first started doing this, I just bought packets. I noticed myself like adding developer, trying to make it stretch. So now I just go with the bucket, but you don't have to do that at first if you're just starting out. You're gonna be nervous and hesitant to do anything. But with practice, this becomes like muscle memory. You'll just know what to do. You'll know the right consistency. You'll get the hang of it real quick. I promise, don't be scared. Disclaimer, this is my experience. Results not guaranteed. So. Gonna work on the back now. The bleach is applied thoroughly, and as you can see, it's already starting to turn, which is great. Look how much lighter they are already. I'm not gonna let it process for too much longer because it's already getting to the shade I want it to. A shade that will take the toner. I'm gonna wrap it up so it doesn't dry out so I can finish processing because it's still dark in some spots in the back. And then rinse, show you the beautiful orange Oompa Loompa hair it will look like. And then we'll move on to the toner. I look like Megamind. Have you seen that movie? Your mom, you probably have. Let's let it process. let it process. All right, check it out. There's some blonde roots. Time to rinse. Yay! All right, so this is out of the shower. It is perfect. This is exactly what you want. A lot of people would freak out and say, I look like a banana. But no, this is what you want. This is what the bleach does. And so it's a little brassy, obviously, orange, yellow tones, and we don't want any of that. The goal here is a nice pale ashy blonde. So the directions on the Wella color charm say to apply it to towel dried hair. And I let it get almost all the way dry. So we're gonna wait for it to dry. I'm gonna go watch a show with my kiddos and play with them for a little while till this is dry, and then we'll work on the toner. So here's the mostly dry product of just one round of bleach. I ended up leaving it on for about 20 minutes for it to process. As you can see, it took really well. I didn't miss any spots, and it's light enough that it will take the toner really well. So let's talk about the toner I'm going to use. Like I said before, the T14 works for me better than the T18. The T18 is the one, when I was researching how to do this, that was promoted a lot. And when I tried it, I didn't really change the color of the bleach very much. It still was very brassy. So then I decided to try the T14, and it worked a lot better. I order these actually from Walmart.com because they're out of stock a lot at Sally's, and so I order them. It's cheaper, and I do like ship to the store, and I don't have to pay for shipping, and I keep a few on hand. However, because I have so much hair, and I actually saturate, I go further down on my hair than just the roots, I usually end up using 2, but I only have 1 of each right now. So I might mix these and see what happens. Normally, this is just the T14. So I'm going to mix. It's not going to be too crazy because the T14 is pale ash blonde, and the T18, T14 pale ash blonde. Am I saying that right? T14 pale ash blonde, T18 lightest ash blonde. So they're very, very similar colors. So anyway, these are about like $5 or $6 each. Developer is like $3 or $4. Bowl and brush and stuff are like $1 maybe, and the bleach is just a few dollars. So really this process is so cheap and easy and doesn't take a ton of time. So anyway, let's get going with the toner. So let me get my gloves on, and then I'll come back. So it is important that you measure out your toner because you need to use 1 part toner to 2 parts developer. So I'm first going to pour the toner into my bowl, and then I'm going to mix with 2 parts developer. And I'm just going to fill this sucker up because that's going to get me the right measurements, right? 1 container of the toner, now 2 containers of developer. There's 1. There's 2. Doop, 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 doop. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake down. Okay. Like I said, it's the T18. I'm going to mix it with the T14 because I need more for my hair. And they're close enough in color that it's not going to be that much different. So 1 part toner, 2 parts developer. There's 1, and here is 2. Okay. Now we mix this up nice and carefully. I'm just going to kind of fold it while it's runny. I'm going to do the same thing that I did when I applied the bleach. I'm going to pull up most of it at the beginning, nice and high and tight. Start on the back. Clip. Divide that into 2 sections. Now the difference you're going to see is that I'm actually going to saturate the whole strand. Hair fades in time anyway, and while this part is still pretty ashy, it's faded in time. So that's why I mix so much. So the other thing you're going to notice when you apply this toner is that it's going to turn your hair purple while it's processing. So don't freak out. It's supposed to do that. All right, let's go. All right. And I'm being quite generous because I'm running it all the way down. Saturating to the roots. Rubbing it with my fingers. Grabbing the next strand. Again, since I'm doing all one color, I don't bother with foils. I guess this is kind of like lazy hair coloring. It would be a lot neater, a lot cleaner, a lot more precise with foils, but like I said, I'm all about saving time and money. So you can see it's already turning purple. So fun. Okay, going all the way down to my roots. We want nice, consistent coloring. Rubbing it in. It's super saturated. Make sure you can see. Hopefully. All the way up to the root. Nice creamy purple is gonna develop. Perfect. Next side. Splitting it up. Okay, saturating it all the way down, folding it up a little bit to make sure the color is going on, combining it in the back. Look how purple. All right, let's fold some more down. Going to town. Again, like with the bleach, I pull it back to get a lot of coverage where it would be visible if I were to wear it pulled up. This is going to be a beautiful ashy blonde. There will not be any yellow or any brassiness. The purple is what counteracts the brassiness. So that's why it's a good thing. I'm painting the back where my hair is split. The back gets missed a lot, so make sure you're thorough back there. Paint. All right, I'm half purple, which is great. Let me check the back. Purple, that's what we want. I want to be really thorough, even more so, well, at least as thorough as with the bleach, because I don't want any unevenness. I don't want any breasts showing through. It's okay to have some variation. I think it looks more natural, but not when it's orange. Orange is not natural. Well, I mean, you know, this type of orange. so purple. This is a good look, right? Maybe I should just leave it. Okay, just gonna part it where I normally do, which is right here on the right side. Separate it. Same method. Alright, this side is done. I'm just gonna rub it all together, totally saturate it, and make sure every strand of hair over here is coated. And finish up this side. Mash it all together. There. Now I'm gonna wrap it up and let it sit. I'm talking quiet now because my 2-year-old went to sleep. I'm a mess. I'm gonna go clean up a little bit, let this sit for about 20 minutes, come back and rinse it out, and show you the final results. Okay, so I had to move to the downstairs bathroom, the kids' bathroom. It's kind of messy after the shower. So here's the result. Ashy blonde, right? Hooray! I'm gonna let it air dry since it's been through a lot. Tomorrow, when it's dry and styled, I will post some more updates on what it looks like dry. Super pleased with it. It always turns out really well with this method. Nice and ashy. There's no yellow, and it's gonna dry and be a little bit different, but not much. So you get the gist. Ashy blonde hair at home. Woohoo! So this is it dry the next day. Nice ashy blonde, no gold. I'm gonna style it obviously and show you what it looks like in some other lighting. But I'm pleased with the results.